the board member for either C-Tran or RTC, the city of Camas and ourselves are meeting this Friday to talk about a number of things. This item being one of those. And Mayor Dennis and I had meant to have this done before now, and with schedules it kept getting put off, so I promised him I wouldn't break our date on Friday if he didn't break our date. So hopefully on Monday I'll have an update for you on what we discuss in regards to formalizing some sort of a procedure, even if it's at the mayoral level that it is now, and the number of years to be able to hand the C-Tran and RTC positions that the two cities share on behalf of those organizations back and forth, and what the timelines are and how the rotation works in there. In addition, on the economic development, for now I listed those as to be determined until that organization is really gets up and moving, and we determine how many elected officials are on each of the are represented from each of the jurisdictions. So I didn't fill those in for the moment either.
The only other one I would add is, just so that everybody knows, is that I am the East County rep, or at least I accepted the position for CAAB, which is Community Action Advisory Board. And so that had been one that East County, there hadn't been an elected from East County in that slot for a couple of years. So
I will get that added on there. I had that from your email, and I'll be able to get that on there. Dave, items from yourself.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one item, and that's about our council meeting schedule for the rest of the year. We have our full meeting next week. So the question is, should we meet in work session on the 27th? In checking with the staff, the only specific item that we have going on January 3rd, Monday, the first Monday back after the holiday season, is the public hearing for 1017, the roadway construction zones. We vetted that issue at a couple different work sessions and thought that potentially we wouldn't need to convene on the 27th just to go over that item. I can't say that there won't be anything that would come up. We've tried to catch all of the housekeeping items that we have to get them in front of you so that we took care of them by the 20th. If we miss one, we might bring it on the 3rd instead of waiting to the 18th. So if it's the council's pleasure, we wouldn't need to meet on the 27th in work session, and we could take that week off. It would mean, however, that you wouldn't have a work session immediately prior to your January 3rd session. But again, I think it's just going to be this item. There might be some housekeeping item. And I remember I saw on a list that annexation that we were dealing with, that Joanne was planning to come back and talk about that on the 27th. But I don't believe that that is time sensitive at all, that it needs to be done on the 27th. So I think that could come back on the 10th in work session. So I just throw that out there. We could figure out stuff to get on the agenda. Certainly we could, but we also kind of had our sprint here at the end of the year. So I think if there is ever an opportunity for you to take a meeting off, that would be the one. And the mayor and I have no preference. We talked about it before. Certainly at the pleasure of the council.
David, on January, we also have 5 Mondays that month as well. So we'll, at the end of January, we'll have a week where we're off as well, the 24th. So
the 31st is the last Monday then, right? And we meet in January, we meet on Tuesday the 18th, I think that is, because MLK Day is the Monday. So that's still meet that week, but just on a different day. So what's the pleasure of the council with respect to the 27th?
Secret vote.
yeah.
We'll be here anyway.
It's a holiday time. I'd suggest we take it off. Not hold a workshop.
Jennifer just mentioned
No, I was just going to be absent on that day anyway, so it's fine with me.
I'm fine with that, Dana.
I'm flexible.
Awesome. So unless something pressing comes up that we absolutely need to deal with, it is gonna take more than email communications and agenda bills going out that are explanatory or housekeeping in nature. I'd say for now, count on the 27th not being in these chambers.
Can I have a, Sherry Martin from the Parks Foundation had sent me an email a couple of weeks ago wanting to get on our agenda after right at the first of the year. So I haven't responded to her, not knowing exactly what our schedule is gonna be, so I would say I could suggest to her the 3rd or the 18th. I mean, it's just, I think she just wants, it's an annual thing where they come out and just talk about the value of the foundation. And
A full meeting night or a workshop night?
I don't know what her preference is, I'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, either way is
And,
fine.
Unless it's-
I think either one is preferable. I mean, you know, from my point of view, I find the workshops to be a little bit more interactive, where questions can be asked if people have them. So,
That might be best. We could look at the 10th or
Yeah.
what the 10th, I guess.
yeah, okay. I'll give her some suggestions and then have her get in touch with you to confirm the date.
Very good.
One item I forgot, I got the email out earlier today, thank you for so many of you that have already responded to it, in regards to our strategic planning session for our annual retreat, the dates of January 21st and 22nd. So if you could let me know if there are any conflicts on those dates would be helpful. I know Commander Knight is available that day or those 2 days to assist us again and keep that continuity going, so if it works. So far, I believe it's worked into everybody's schedule that knows what their schedules are so far. Hi, Michael. That happens. Okay, council items, Michael.
Nothing to add? No?
Holly?
Nothing.
Rod? Paul?
Nothing.
Rod?
Today, we had a drill out at Station 42, Chief and I and Larry Ostentowski, Earl Scott, Ariana Baldwin, and the original Emergency Operations Center was set up at Camas Police. And what reason did they move it to 42?
Well, it's just better suited for, everything's set up there, they have a full kitchen there, they have places for bedding for if we were doing a 12-hour cruise. That and also the way the security at 42 is a lot better than at the police station because of the way the restrooms are and public going in and out and that kind of stuff.
Something else
Well-
on communications?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think the other one was that the front doors lock up at 5 o'clock at the police
Yeah.
station. We're out here, they wouldn't. Jennifer was there as well for the finance. And it's just one of those things, they're trying really hard to go at it and have a drill twice a year, you know, and hope like heck we never have to use it, but even today, we recognized a ton of things that the old books are old and outdated and just have to march through those exercises because whenever and like Ron pointed out today, he was incident command out there, EOC command, and just last weekend, there were 5 emergency
5 or 6
declarations
counties, their EOCs opened up in Seattle.
from the flooding alone. So had that storm hit here, maybe we'd have opened ours, just because. But just so everybody knows, we are participating, we are trying to keep that up and running and make it work when that event happens.
Well, there's another reason for having it up there. It's on the highest ground.
Yeah. And one of the other things